Guys, it's your boy AK Sports TV, and we're here with some NFL predictions. And as you can see in the title, it's the AFC West. Alright, let's get started with the worst team in the division this next year, the San Diego Chargers. And I think it'll be close. I think the Oakland Raiders will go 9-7, and the San Diego Chargers will be right around a little bit below, around 7-9 or 6-10. They added Bosa to help the D-line, but they lost key players like Eric Weddle, who was key to the secondary last year. And they lost Ladarius Green, one of their top tight end targets. They added Hunter Henry, who I think will be a stud at the next level. Those are some positives. They also have Phillip Rivers and Keenan Allen, who are really good players in the passing game. And I think the Chargers, at best, could go 3-1 against the NFC South, 3-1 against the AFC South. They could beat the Saints, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers in the NFC. And in the AFC South, they could beat the Texans, the Jaguars, and who else? The Titans. But they'll lose to the Colts and the Panthers in those respective divisions. I think they will struggle a lot against their own division. They'll lose maybe, I think, both games to the Raiders. They might split with Denver. And they're going to lose probably both games to the Chiefs. I think they will struggle a lot in their own division, but they might have a chance at best to go 3-1 against the NFC South and 3-1 against the AFC South. That's at best for the San Diego Chargers. 6-10 is where I see them at, but I would not be surprised if the San Diego Chargers make it to 8-8 or around 9-7. 10-6 or above, I cannot see that for the Chargers, because they just don't have the firepower to match up with most of the teams on their schedule. Next, I have the Oakland Raiders at 9-7. I think the Oakland Raiders will come in third in this division. Denver Broncos will go 10-6. Kansas City will go 12-4. Oakland will go 9-7, as I said. They added players like Bruce Irvin, who's a stud from Seattle, Sean Smith, who came from Kansas City, and Kelechi Osemele, one of the best offensive linemen in the league from Baltimore. The Raiders have a really good offense. Derek Carr, we all know what he can do. You know what Amari Cooper can do. You know what Michael Crabtree can do, Latavius Murray. Their offense is really good. Then you add Khalil Mack on defense, Bruce Irvin, and all these guys. Man, they could be a really young force in years to come. Ultimately, I think a lack of experience will make them settle for about 9-7 or around 10-6, and they'll barely miss the playoffs, in my opinion. But having said that, I think 2 or 3 years down the road, they could seriously be a Super Bowl contender with all the young talent they've accumulated in Oakland. Alright, next up, we have the Denver Broncos. Now, the Denver Broncos, Super Bowl champions last year. Well, they had Peyton Manning. Well, he wasn't that great, so you could say that the defense was the one that carried the Denver Broncos. If the Denver Broncos are going to make a big push this season, the defense is what's going to carry the team. Mark Sanchez, are you kidding me? The Sanchez? I don't believe in that. Let's see, Paxton Lynch, a rookie quarterback. Maybe something can work over there, but I don't see it happening. Then you have CJ Anderson, who's a really good running back. I'm still a little skeptical about their offensive line. But they added guys like Russell Okung, but they lost Ryan Clady, who's a really big piece of the offensive line. You never know what's going to happen there. I think they're going to struggle with their offensive line. And, of course, with their quarterback play. Mark Sanchez again, are you kidding me? Paxton Lynch, I don't know. Trevor Siemian, I've never heard of that guy. Are you serious? Broncos? But having said all of that, their running game is outstanding. Their offensive line could struggle, but I think they might do well. But it all comes back to the defense. Now, they lost Malik Jackson, but they re-signed Von Miller. Then they have DeMarcus Ware on the other side. They have guys like Shane Ray, young talent like him. And not to mention a top 3 secondary. There's only 2 secondaries in the entire league that are better than the Denver Broncos. The Seattle Seahawks, and yes, they do have Brandon Browner, but Brandon Browner played his best years in Seattle, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does that again. He just stunk for my Saints. Then you have Arizona, of course. You have Tyrann Mathieu, Deion Buchanan. Oh, no, he's a linebacker. You have Tyrann Mathieu. You have Patrick Peterson. You have, you have Tony Jefferson. You have all these, Rashad Johnson. You have these studs in Arizona. But when you look at Denver, you see TJ Ward, you see Darian Stewart, you see Aqib Talib on one side and Chris Harris on the other. Man, it's going to be tough for teams to stop that secondary, especially when Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware are getting after you like it's nothing. So the Broncos defense is what's going to carry them into the playoffs this year. I see them making the playoffs at 10-6. But in the end of the season, it's going to come down to the Raiders and the Broncos for one of the wild card spots. The last wild card spot is going to come down to the Raiders and the Broncos. We could very easily swap those predictions and put the Raiders at 10-6 and the Broncos at 9-7, or maybe even give them a win or a loss here or there and make it 8-8 and 11-5 or something like that. But I'm seeing that range, like 8-8 to like 11-5 for the Broncos and 8-8 to 11-5 for the Raiders. I don't see anything much better than 11-5, nothing much worse than 8-8. But then I think the Chiefs are going to be the best team in this division. They were the second best team in the division last year, finishing 11-5, losing to the Patriots, just running the best team in the league last year. Patriots obviously didn't make the Super Bowl, they didn't win the Super Bowl, the Broncos did, but the Patriots, let's be honest, they were the better team last year, and if it wasn't for a missed extra point by Steven Gostkowski in the AFC Championship game, the Patriots would be Super Bowl, or would have went to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't want to say Super Bowl champions because I think the Carolina Panthers matched up much better with the Patriots than the Broncos. Okay, but we're going off a little bit. The Kansas City Chiefs. Alex Smith has always been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the whole entire league. Then they have an outstanding defense, much like the Broncos. The difference between the Broncos and the Chiefs is that the Broncos don't have a quarterback. Mark Sanchez versus Alex Smith. Who are you going to take? I'll take Alex Smith every day of the week. Then they have Jamal Charles, Charkandrick West, who came along huge last season. Jamal Charles is currently on the PUP list, but he is expected to be cleared for game 1 of the season against the Chargers. So that would be exciting. But I see the Chiefs going 12-4. In fact, the Kansas City Chiefs this year, mark my words, might be the best team in the AFC. And I wouldn't be surprised if they make a Super Bowl run. Barring any significant injuries, I see the Kansas City Chiefs at 12-4, the Denver Broncos at 10-6, the Oakland Raiders at a not so far off 9-7 from the Broncos, and the San Diego Chargers at 6-10. Alright guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you think below. And of course, like the video if you want to see more, and subscribe for more NFL predictions and NBA predictions when that season comes around, and just overall sports talk. And if you have any topics that you want me to discuss, just leave that in the comments section below and we'll get to it. Alright, it's been AK Sports TV and I'm signing off. Peace.